Well, continuing with our celebrations of women this Women's Month, Siphokazi Menziwa, well known as Bhelekazi, is from the rural towns of the Eastern Cape. She's based in Gauteng as a corporate employee and as a BCom Economics Honours student. Well, she inherited a passion from her late mother, who raised 4 children who are all graduates, and as a single parent, and thus believes that women are amazing and can do it all. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here. Thank you so much. Welcome. First of all, in light of Women's Month, celebrating the country's amazing women, why don't you tell South Africans your story, who you are?
Thank you, Tabo. Siphokazi, well known as Bhelekazi, is a single mother. She is a student, BCom Honours Economics at UJ, and she is also an ultra runner. In terms of Women's Month, I am very passionate about women empowerment in general. I recently engaged with Department of Women to work on the gender-based violence issues, which are affecting our country so. And in celebrating Women's Month, I would like to encourage women to actually take part in empowering each other. And there's different ways of empowering each other as women. We empower each other through sport, through our social media posts, and also through the life we live every day. So I celebrate being a woman through the choices I make every day. It starts from what you wear. You need to look good in order to feel good. No matter what the situation is bringing you, as long as you feel good, you're not gonna be broken down by that situation. So that's who Siphokazi is.
You're an avid runner, you're quite active. What inspired that? Was that the need for a more healthier lifestyle? Was that a need to sort of let your hair down, to de-stress? What inspired that? And why is that important for you?
Running for me was born after battling with weight issues. I used to be big and not in a good way. I used to be what we call in mathematics improper function. I was 10/1, very shapeless. And I did all the trash diets that one knows about. And I started running now as part of maintaining the weight. I was inspired more by my cousin who used to run at that time. She used to post every now and then about her running, and that encouraged me. And running to me now is a way of coping in life. Because if I feel like I'm so stressed, I had a rough day, I go out on the road to distress. If I want to celebrate, I go out on the road to distress, to celebrate, sorry. And then I do not run to compete. I run to learn more about myself, because running is a personal journey. When you are running, it's you against you, even though there are thousands of people on the road, but you are still yourself. So I run for a personal challenge. I also run to test my limits, because for me to know how far I can go, I need to test my limits. So that's how running is important to me.
And lastly, before we let you go, I was reading your profile, quite impressive. You describe yourself as an internal optimist. I mean, how do you go about applying that optimism when we know, if recent reports are anything to go by, that women are under siege, be it sexually, physically abused at the hands of men? We know now that the rate of femicide has gone up. I mean, how do you navigate that sort of optimism in a world that seems to be quite repressive of women?
In terms of me being an internal optimist, it's one of the things I choose. I choose the conversations to engage in. Anything that brings negativity, I try by all means to run away from. I'm the girl who was once abused physically and emotionally. That's why I deal with gender-based violence issues the way I do. I try by all means not to be negative in whatever I do, and I try to avoid negative people. Hence, I'm an internal optimist person. So in life, I would like to throw it to women out there that even though you might be going through a lot, just know that there's a woman who knows what you're going through, who understands that. So for you to grow, you must share your journey with other women so that you can be encouraged, you can be empowered. There's different ways of empowering women because women tend to tear other women down. I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve from that because even if you do so well, people will say Bhelekazi has done so well, but one would come back and say, but Islangoza kid didn't have tips, you know? So we're living in that country where women tear each other down. But as women, empowering each other doesn't necessarily mean that you must give that person an opportunity to be the executive at a certain company, but also to share a post on Facebook. If a woman is selling a certain product, you just share a post, some other people will be interested. That's women empowerment. And also dealing with the gender-based violence issues. People go through a lot, but in silence. And we don't know the storms that people go through. So it's good to be kind always because you do not know what impacted that woman to be the way she is now, to drop the performance if it was a performing woman. So if you are kind and say, woman, whatever you're going through, it's going to be okay. If I can just share a little story. About 3 weeks ago, I had an exam. So before that, I got a letter from the university saying that if you do not...
All right, I'm so sorry. I've just been told that we've run out of time. I would have loved to hear the story, okay, but you'll finish it with me behind the scenes, obviously.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
that's Siphokazi Menziwa. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We salute you and many other women on this Women's Month.
Thank you, Tabo.
All right, absolutely. With that, we're going to take a short break. Do stay with us.